Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Taking a look at set number 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter. This set contains 544 pieces, 3 minifigures, and released in late of 2021, and retail for $59.99 USD, $79.99 Canadian, and $59.99 Euros. So here we have the Mandalorian Starfighter. This is based off of the Clone Wars Season 7 version, slash the Mandalorian, is where it appeared. And honestly, this build looks alright. It definitely feels weak when you have it already built up. Like, it just feels very fragile. It does look good overall. Like, it does look pretty accurate to the source material. But I have a few issues with it. So, that's our first issue, is you pick this up from the back, and the little antenna-like piece at the back has been known to pop off, and it's just, I'd rather it not be there than it be there. It's that much, like, you guys just saw how easy it is to pop off, and you normally pick up the set from here, you know, and another complaint I have is that when you have it in landing mode, it kind of dips down a little bit, which I don't think it's supposed to, but the instructions tell you to put these two pieces at the very back. Now, there is a quick solution to that, in my opinion. You just have to remove them and move them up 1, 2, and 3 studs forward, and that goes for both sides. And that should more or less fix the issue, I think, because it kind of stands up a little bit better. Correction, it's actually 4 studs forward is where you have to move it to get it to be the best elevated. Now, you could put it further. However, when you put it into flight mode, which you push down on these wings, and they are on those special ratchet joints that LEGO likes to use. Now, the reason why you can't put them any further is because of these pieces right here. So if you turn it, you can see I have it just barely hitting those, but it does kind of fix the issue a little bit, and for the rest of this review, I'm going to keep it like that, because that's just how I like it. But yeah, you can't put it any further, because it'll hit that, and it won't just work at all. But yeah, it's pretty simple to put into flight mode. It kind of looks alright in flight mode. I don't know. Looks alright. Again, same issue. You're holding this starship, and that's easy to knock off. Now, you do have some stud shooters on either side, right there, you can see. And to fire those, you just press down and the stud will shoot out. And another play feature you have is you can kind of see this translucent piece sticking out right here. Those are actually spring-loaded shooters. Now, to fire those, you need to just press downwards on them, kind of like so, and they will shoot off really quick. Now, I don't like that because with how they're positioned, it looks accurate, but at the same time, these things are going to be so easy to trip. I wouldn't be surprised if you have this in landing mode and they trip because you're trying to move it back onto a shelf. It's just, I never like spring-loaded shooters. For those who watch the channel, you know this. I just am very cautious when using them, if I ever do. Now, moving on to the next feature with this set, putting it down again into a landing mode. And zooming in on the cockpit, it does have some stickers throughout the build. I forgot to mention that, but there are some. Pretty sure if you rewind, you can see where some of the stickers are. But yeah, if you lift this up, it fits 2 minifigures. There is no weapon storage, and the reason why I complain about that is because these figures do come with little blasters, and Bo-Katan just does come with a hairpiece. I personally think that it would have been great if they hollowed this back piece a bit, or even just made this removable, and then you could have made a little compartment to put in some weapon storage, but they didn't. I mean, like, you could shove the weapons in here, but that just looks messy if you do that. But anyway, there are spots for 2 minifigures sitting here, and you will have to lower that rangefinder if you're putting Bo-Katan in here. And both those figures don't plug in at all. They just kind of sit loosely in there. And one complaint that I actually agree with a lot of people that told me about this is when you have the minifigures in there with the lid closed, there is a pretty noticeable gap. If this were an actual spaceship, you would have the air sucked out of the cockpit And, you know, so that's a little bit disappointing. Just overall, this entire build is disappointing. I love and hate it at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's stop talking about this and have a look at the minifigures included in this set. Here are the first two minifigures included in this set. On the left we have Bo-Katan, and on the right we have, according to the box, a Mandalorian Loyalist. Kind of an odd name if you ask me. These figures come with blasters. Nothing too unique for the blasters. They're just come in the color black. Fitting, I'd say, because Mandalorians normally use those. Would have liked them to use something for a blaster rifle, because I know some Mandalorians use those. But both these figures use gunmetal gray colored jetpacks, and those look pretty cool. I like that there is some accurate printing for the legs and torso. I'm not sure about for the Mandalorian Loyalist's helmet print. It does look pretty cool, though. One complaint I do have for Bo-Katan's helmet is that, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that printing looks not that well applied for my copy. I'm not sure if that's consistent with other copies, but for me, I am very cautious with taking this figure out at all, because the helmet looks like it could fade for printing, and I just... Come on, Lego. Come on. Now, if you remove all of the weapons, accessories, and such, you can get a better look at the facial prints. There is no facial print for the Mandalorian Loyalist. I wish that there would have been just a generic facial print for him. Would have been better than just a blank slate. For Bo-Katan, she does have this facial print, but it is double-sided. Now, you may be wondering, well, doesn't she come with a hairpiece? Yes, she does, thankfully. And I'd say, with the hairpiece on, it looks pretty cool. Also, you can see the back torso printing for these figures. Again, looks amazing. But, yeah, I like that they give the option for a hairpiece or the helmet. Definitely appreciate that. But, yeah, let's move on to the next minifigure. For the third minifigure, we have Gar Saxon. This isn't his Rebels uniform, but rather his Clone Wars Season 7 outfit, which looks spectacular. I like that LEGO went out of their way to make a new Mandalorian helmet mold for this figure. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't mind it. It looks pretty cool. His weapon is just that same blaster piece. He does have that gunmetal gray jetpack. Actually, this entire figure is basically gunmetal gray, which looks amazing, honestly. I do wish that there would have been a cloth piece right here rather than just a print. I think that would have been some added detail that could have added to this figure, but alas, they went with the printing route. But yeah, removing all the weaponry and such, you can see a better look at his facial print. It is not double-sided, unfortunately. He does have some nice back torso printing. There is no hairpiece included for this figure, which doesn't make sense to me because that's what he looks like in the show, and I think that maybe this hairpiece would have been perfect to use for Gar Saxon. In fact, I'm pretty sure it might be in a color that fits, so you could probably order one off of a site like Bricklink or something like that. I don't know. That's just my thoughts, but other than that, it's an excellent looking minifigure, besides those few nitpicks. So, yeah, let's have a look at what else is included in this set. Taking a quick look at the instructions, you got the box art as well as the QR code if you want to use the instructions digitally. Quite large instructions, honestly. I think I forgot to mention this when looking at the box, but I love that they use that Ahsoka Trooper minifigure for the box art. Looks great. But yeah, quite a pretty large build. Again, I feel like they could have changed a little bit of it, but yeah, nothing too special. When you look at the back, tells you how to flip up the wings. There are some advertisements for other 2020 and 2021 Star Wars themed sets. And you have the minifigures shown from those sets. I love that they do that. It's so cool. Then you have an advertisement for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which is coming soon. And then you have the parts listing. And then the win at the back. In terms of extra parts, this is what I got in my copy of the set. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty inaccurate set with just the inconsistencies in some of the stuff. Like, the figures are amazing, besides with like the few nitpicks I have. Not a fan of the spring-loaded shooters or the stud shooters for that matter. I feel like in terms of having the set in landing position, Lego, it's an easy fix, but still. And overall, the build feels very fragile. I'd only recommend picking up this set if you really want the minifigures, because if you bought all 3 of these figures off of Bricklink, you might as well buy this set. But I would really recommend picking up this set only if you're looking for the minifigs, or if you just want to have a nice, cool display piece if you're hanging this up from the ceiling, or if you're just having it as a display piece. It's not the best play set, I would say. So yeah, take it with that as you will. Those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that bell notification, be very much appreciated. Check out the social media links in the description below. But yeah, again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you all in a future video. Till then, see you later.